All right. Let's start this party. Hi, everybody. My name is Heather Vickery. I am a transformational success coach that is here. Wait, not yet. Not yet. Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Heather Vickery, and I'm trying to do new tech things, and new tech things do not always work for me. But hey, if you don't try it, you never learn, right? So, my name is Heather Vickery. I'm a transformational success coach here to help you lead from embodied joy in order to have a life that you are madly in love with. Why does that matter? Well, because when joy is our set point instead of our end goal, literally everything is different. Everything is different when you start from a place of joy and believing in your worth, your pleasure, your power, instead of thinking you have to earn it, instead of thinking you have to check off all the boxes once you've been successful enough or you've done enough things. So I invite you right now to just decide that today is the day that you are going to be worthy. And I am excited to be in this space. Thank you for everyone who tried to tune in last week and couldn't, thought that there was a little tech difficulty. There is not a tech difficulty. There was a Heather difficulty. I was coming apart at the seams last week. And so I chose to focus on myself, get the support that I needed, and practice what I preach, and come back a better version of me today for you. So that's what I did. And that's what I hope you all will build your life with the ability to do. Whether you can do that now or not, I don't know. But if you can't, and if you don't have it that way and you want it that way, hit me up. We can talk about it, because that's something I love helping people do. How do you restructure your life in a way that you A, feel worthy of having boundaries, and B, know how to implement them? I am the creator of the Brave Method, which is my creative strategic approach to problem solving, dreaming, designing, building, and actually having a life that you are madly in love with, as well as a career you're madly in love with. I break that down in my book, Fuck Fearless, which is right back there for those of you who can see it. Let's see, for everybody else, I have a copy of it right here. It's my book. You can get it on my website. You can get it through Meta Shop, Instagram Shop. This is has all my heart and soul in it, right? So I break down the Brave Method. It's part memoir, part case study, part action. How do you get this shit done? Make sure you grab a copy of Fuck Fearless. It is a bestseller. I'm super proud of that. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, so last week, y'all, I had some really big realizations show up for me, some ways that I was blocking myself, sabotaging myself, and I am a master at consciously restructuring and shifting and changing. My awareness is really sharp when my obvious conscious behaviors don't align with the life that I want to lead and the choices I'm making. But if you are one of those folks and shit is still blowing up in the wrong ways, then you have to understand that it's your subconscious that is fucking you over, quite frankly. And I had some really big awarenesses, specifically related to some subconscious programming that was holding me back in some ways that felt incredibly detrimental. So I reached out. We started doing some time techniques, some EFT tapping, all sorts of different subconscious reprogramming tools, which I am certified to do as well. And I have amazing colleagues that supported me, and really did a lot of meditating and journaling, and came back feeling so much more excited about everything. So today's topic is a really important one to me, and I want to dig in on it. I want to give it its proper due. We're talking about how when you are growing and you are changing, other people may get hurt in the process, and that isn't your intention, but it can happen. So your job in that scenario is simply to be aware and to be kind and to be conscious. It's not to necessarily not grow. It's not to not grow. It's not to not do the thing for yourself and take care of yourself, because you're here for that. That's what needs to happen. It is really important that we understand the difference between actual harm and, if we've set a boundary and somebody doesn't like it, that may suck. Or listen, I've been here. You no longer want to be in the marriage or the relationship that you're in. And it isn't that you want to cause harm, but you need to take care of yourself, and other people do get hurt in that process. I remember many years ago, I used to tell folks that I got divorced because my children deserved a happy mother, which is a true statement, and because I needed to show them what it looked like to prioritize yourself. And that's also a true statement, but I didn't do it for them. Y'all, I'm really sorry. I didn't do it for them. I did it for me. And one of my daughters called me out on that at one point, and she said, "You didn't get a divorce for us. You got a divorce for yourself, and you have to admit it." And she's right. And it's true. And so I do admit that. And also, I know that all of those other things were a benefit. And I know people that I love got hurt, people that I love more than anything in the world. Stop. I keep putting up my notifications, and it keeps, no, not active. It's driving me crazy. There we go. I apologize. Sorry about that. Sorry for the distraction. So, it's really important to be thoughtful and conscientious as you're going through a growth space. And so much of the work I do is about taking radical responsibility for yourself, right? Because you can't control or change anyone but yourself. Now, you already know that. Sometimes I start with that question: what's the only thing you can control or change? The answer is you. You are the only one that can control or change yourself, your thoughts, your choices, your actions, your behaviors. When you are thoughtful and intentional about those things, the people around you will change. And that is where sometimes they may struggle. They may be hurt. And there's probably their own work to do in the process. A colleague of mine said, well, are they just, taking your behavior and letting that inform them? Maybe, but also it could be people who are a little bit more innocent than that, like children. You want to be as conscientious and as caring and as thoughtful as you can be. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't take that brave, bold, intentional action to care for yourself, because you are worthy of caring for yourself. You are worthy of going through a transformational journey. You are worthy of change. You are worthy of making joy your set point and letting go of your thoughts, choices, actions, and behaviors that prevent you from making joy your set point. It's a really hard thing to balance, I think, sometimes, because we're so unbelievably conditioned to sacrifice ourselves for other people. We're so unbelievably conditioned to give to other people before we are willing or even able to give to ourselves. And what I know to be true, because I've done the work, because I've helped hundreds of clients do the work, and because I have gotten a gazillion certifications that remind me that this is true, self-care isn't selfish. Self-growth isn't selfish. Self-love isn't selfish. Putting yourself first will benefit the people around you. It will benefit the people you love. It will benefit the people you care about. It will benefit your clients. It will benefit your colleagues. It doesn't sound like it makes sense, but it does make sense, because when you change yourself, the people around you change. And you cannot give something to someone else that you are not willing to give yourself. And that circles back to how I did not have this live show last week, because I needed to give myself grace. I needed to give myself grace. And grace costs nothing, but we often do not give it to ourselves. How often are you giving yourself grace? How often are you sitting in the space of self-compassion and self-caring, the space of saying, I don't have it all figured out, and I'm not perfect, and I'm not going to get it right all the time, and I am still worthy of love, compassion, success, happiness, joy. You don't have to be perfect to get those things. And yes, in your growth process, there might be some inevitable pain for the people around you. So you do need to be conscious and thoughtful about it. Communicate clearly. Clear is kind, right? Clear is kind. But do not sacrifice yourself in this process. Do not sacrifice yourself in the process, because you might cause some discomfort for other people. Now, sometimes those things aren't super powerful. Like maybe, people don't like it when we start setting boundaries because it fucks up their routine and what they're used to, or maybe they can't push you around as much as they did. So if you are somebody who struggles with boundaries, let's get on that boundary train. There's a whole chapter on boundaries in my book, Fuck Fearless. Get on that boundary train because it will change your life. Boundaries are your key to guilt-free freedom. Boundaries are limits that define acceptable behavior, and you get to decide what is acceptable for you. Nobody else gets to decide that for you. You are the only one. But then your responsibility, once you've got that awareness and you've made those decisions and you've created those boundaries, your responsibility is to communicate it clearly with the people who need to have this information, and then to hold firm on your boundaries. And that is difficult to do. It's one of the reasons that people hire me for one-on-one coaching, is to help them get clear on what they want their boundaries to be, how to communicate them, and how to stay accountable for it. And even when that's the work we're doing, I'm bringing in human design. I'm bringing in subconscious reprogramming, because knowing yourself well and then getting rid of all of the patterning and all of the bullshit that society has put on you, so that you can then have the things that you desire, communicate clearly, have better confidence, trust yourself, love yourself, feel more joy. All of those things are so much more successful when we partner human design and subconscious reprogramming, NLP work together. It's truly, truly game changing. All right. So that's my plea to you today, is to be gentle with yourself, is to give yourself grace before you even give it to other people, because you can't give people what you're not willing to give yourself. Learn from you, learn from within, and then allow it to be without, right? Or from the outside. Does that make sense? All right. I am headed off to Seattle tomorrow, and today is Halloween. Happy Halloween. I'm headed to Seattle tomorrow to take my 14-year-old daughter to see my 20-year-old daughter at college. It's family weekend at University of Washington. So I'm going to keep it short today because we got a lot of stuff we're doing, but I do want to pull a Create Brave card. The Create Brave cards are a deck of manifestation cards designed to help you think creatively and out of the box about whatever your next step is. And they're beautiful. I love them. If you want these, you can also get these inside my, thank you so much, Victor. You can get these inside my shop on my website or on Instagram. I do not have a TikTok shop set up yet because TikTok is giving me trouble, but holy cow, I always shuffle until the card that wants me finds me. And this one just flipped right over. It was like, it's me, it's me. So can y'all see it? Creativity. I am alive with the creative energy of the universe, and there are no rules. So if any of you have been hanging out in my space for a while, you know that I only have one rule. What's that one rule, folks? You got it. There are no rules. Fuck the rules. I am here to break the rules. Most of the rules don't make sense. Most of them were made to keep you small and keep you down. Make your own rules. Yes, be kind. Yes, be conscientious. Yes, be thoughtful, but also make your own fucking rules. Creativity. I am alive with the creative energy of the universe. There are no rules. I am starting NaNoWriMo tomorrow. So that's kind of crazy, which I don't know why I thought I should do that right in the middle of the biggest election of our life and also traveling. But tomorrow is the day. So creativity there. I am about to open doors to a brand new abundance challenge, a 5-day creating abundance challenge. I'm super excited to share that with you, tapping into a lot of creativity with that. Yeah, I'm feeling creative lately. I can tell that I'm feeling creative. So when we think about manifestation, we remember that manifestation isn't deciding something and then it simply magically appears. Manifestation is declaring something and then shifting the way you show up in the world to make it happen. So when you see this card, what do you know? If you don't use your mind, but you use your subconscious, your heart, your intuition, what is the thing that you suddenly know? What is this message for you? What is it telling you? And then go do that thing, or at least get started on that thing. And if you need any support or any help, I got you. Send me a message, send me a DM wherever you are, send me an email, heather@vickeryandco.com, and I will absolutely support you in whatever it is that you are looking to do. I love to talk to all of you. I am more than willing to jump on a connection call, a virtual coffee date with anybody who wants to connect And if you are thinking that some NLP work, subconscious reprogramming, or human design work would be supportive to you, let's get a discovery call on the books. Let's figure out what you actually need and how I can best support you, or if I am the right person to support you. I'm always honest about that as well. And we'll go from there. But until we talk again, I'm live next Thursday as well, 12 p.m. Central. If you're not already on my newsletter, I send out an awesome newsletter. Go to vickeryandco.com and you can download a free dreamscaping mini course. And that, my loves, will get you on the newsletter. And I will see you all soon. I thank you for your time. I thank you for being here with me. But mostly, I thank you for prioritizing yourself, for choosing yourself bravely, because that is how we change the world. And we are in this together. And when we are in this together and we all show up together, we all win together. Take care. Have a great day. So I know we just got people who just joined, and I'm keeping it pretty short today, but catch that replay. Thank you. Remember to choose yourself bravely. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.